With the Shark Rotator powered speed lift away. I just did a video on the canister version of the Rotator powered lift away, and so I figured do the upgrade version. I would do a video on the full size Rotator powered lift away, but they don't have one on display. It's in a box, so I had to go with the slimmed down Jenny Craig version. This is sold in Sears for I think $299, so a little bit pricey compared to some other Sharks, but nevertheless, I'm sure it's a great deal. Some of the features, you can tell it's nice and lightweight, doesn't weigh that much. Of course, that box way back there says it weighs 25% less versus Dyson Kinetic Big Ball. Of course, that's true. We might do a video on that later on, comparing the two, advantages, disadvantages, and so that way you can make a better decision. As you see, this one bagless has a smaller dirt cup than the Rotator power lift away. Same rudimentary setup. You can see here it has its own little tools. It's got the combo tool, which is very similar to Dyson, and it's got its own little upholstery tool with a built-in brush. If I can release it. See, you always had to... Oh, I released the brush. Okay. I keep roughing shit, don't I? Okay, so here's the brush. Here's your upholstery tool. See here it has little lint strips, so it's great to pick up hair. And plus you got your brush, just in case, I guess, if you wanted more agitation, or if you wanted to do dusting, while you're dusting, you could. This kind of connects on like that, so pretty neat little feature. This attachment has like the Rotator liftaway and the other navigators liftaways, it has a handle that converts into one. Press that button in the back, says one release, and you can stretch it out a little bit. Get a nice little bit of long reach, and then put it back on, or you can press the lift away button. Do one release. I'll press the lift away. I'll set it down so I can hold the camera. There it is in its lift away function. Whoop. I keep dropping shit, don't I? I'm dropping attachments, I'm dropping the wand. So we just connect. I just put this back together. Sorry, the camera's pointing away. I was trying to put this whole wand thing back together. I'll show you in action. Oh, nope. Just looking around. Let me show you the brush quick. Nice quality brush. Firm bristles. You can see here those little green little locks. You can unlock those, pull off this cover, and clean off the brush. So let me show you in action. I'll show you it's why they call it the power lift away. Real quick. Right now it's on bare floors. Your headlight's on. Now the brush is on. You can tell the brush was on when that little green light comes on. That's on. Like most of the Shark machines, this does kind of propel itself forward, so you would think it's self-propelled, but it's not. It does have steering, swivel steering. Let me show you, actually. I actually think they improved it over the Rotator. Because here's the Rotator here, and now I'm dropping. What did I just drop now? Oh. I dropped its little head. Let's grab this. Here's the multi-tool. Hold on. Let me pause this quick. Okay, I just put the upholstery tool back on. Let me show you how the swivel steer on this is improved. You see the original rotator, you kind of see how this, even though this kind of steers, how this kind of steers, it almost has like a much wider turning radius, like kind of twists. I don't know, I mean, it kind of, to me, it seems like it has a wider turning radius. Whereas here, I feel this has a much tighter radius compared to the original rotator, and that's probably an improvement. So, Shark, it's continued to improve on its swivel steering since the original lift away. Excuse me. Now let me show you why they call this the power lift away. I'm going to put up the attached canister part. I'll turn it on. You can see there, the head is still power. You couldn't do that with the rotator because, I guess you could connect the hose to the rotator, the hose to the rotator. This would stay off. Now here's the Dust Away Pro, and I want to show you that real quick. This is a nice little feature I like. What I do is press the wand release. I'll detach the wand like so. I'll connect this Way Pro to here. Now you can, of course, you can use this in your Dust Away, of course, in its Dust Away mode. But if I reconnect, I can connect, the power base or the main liftway canister thing back on, and now I have a hard floor upright. And as you can see, it too has its own headlight. So I kind of like that little feature too. So that's a pretty cool feature. So you can take this, you can use the power head in the upright mode, but you can also use the Dust Away Pro attachment in the upright mode too. It has its own wheels. So that's pretty much the video I wanted to show you. I'll go ahead and end this video, put it back in its regular mode. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. I will do more videos in the near future. Feel free to check out the other videos that I just posted. Tell me, comment if you own this. Tell me what you think of it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Give me your take on it. So until then, this is Ryan Sullivan signing off. With the Shark Rotator powered speed liftaway, I just did a video on the canister version of the Rotator powered liftaway, and so I figured do the upgrade version. I would do a video on the full size Rotator powered liftaway, but they don't have one on display. It's in a box, so I had to go with the slimmed down Jenny Craig version. This is sold at Sears for I think $299, so a little bit pricey compared to some other Sharks, but nevertheless, I'm sure it's a great deal. Some of the features, you can tell it's nice and lightweight, doesn't weigh that much. Of course, that box way back there says it cleans